All right. Joining me now, Florida Senator Rick Scott, chair of the Republican Senatorial Committee. Senator Scott, thank you very much. It's not my main point, but do you have a thought on this? Deb Haaland killing all the Native Americans the Navajos are against what they're doing. They've alienated everybody. They're killing the reservation. They're killing the local park, all because of these crazy environmental rules and the religion of global warming. You have a quick thought on that?
Well, I mean, Larry, I agree with you. First off, we care about the environment. You know what? You can't you can't do anything for the environment if you don't have a successful economy. And these guys are doing everything they can to kill the economy and kill opportunity for people. Why would they do this to Native Americans? I don't know why the Democrats want to do this, but they just, I mean, they're all woke. They're all doing things that make no sense. And it's going to have no impact other than hurt people's livelihood.
I know. It's this religious obsession that knows no boundaries. Let me just ask you another quickie. Joe Manchin wants to get his permitting reform, but some of the senators have come, some of your colleagues have come on and said they don't really know what's in Manchin's bill, and they think it's not a very good bill for permitting reform. And Shelley Moore Capito has a much better idea, so does Dan Sullivan. Do you have any sense how this is going to work out? Because without permits, as you know, sir, without permits, I don't care how much land you can lease, even though the Bidens don't want to lease any land. But without permits, you can't do anything. No fracking, no new buildings, right? No new installations, no natural gas terminals, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, first off, we've never seen what Joe Manchin's bill is. We've never seen it. I know everybody says he has this side deal with Chuck Schumer. We don't know what it is. In contrast, Shelley Moore Capito and Dan Sullivan have a real reform where we can have real reform with regard to permitting and regulatory environment. We've got to get this economy going again. We've got to get more oil and gas. We've got to be energy independent. Who doesn't want to be independent? We all grew up and we were saying we don't want to work for our parents the rest of our lives. We want to be independent. We should be independent as a country. So Shelley Moore Capito and Dan Sullivan have a great bill. We don't know what Manchin's doing, except that he has some side deal with Schumer.
All right, well, maybe we'll find out, maybe we won't. Let me go on to the campaign stuff. I was riffing last night that it just seems to me with all of the negative things, big government socialism, they've taken a booming economy and turned it into a bust, the war on fossil fuels, the open borders, that one of the key campaign themes from the Republican side ought to be vote for us because we're going to check the Democrats' leftward push. And if they did hold on, the Democrats, if they did hold on to the House and the Senate, they'll go even further. They'll, pack the Supreme Court. They'll end the filibuster. They'll hike taxes. They'll increase regulations. They'll have a federal elections bill. I mean, wouldn't this check and balance, it's time for a check and balance on Democratic power and Democratic policies work?
Oh, absolutely, Larry, and it's already working. We know Joe Biden in all of our swing state, his approval is under 40%. All of our Democrat opponents that are here, they're under 50%. So here's where we are. We're going to get 52 plus Republican senators. So we're doing really well. But part of it is we have great candidates. They have, basically Joe Biden's on the ballot in all these states, and people don't like Joe Biden. They don't like his policy. They don't like Chuck Schumer or Nancy Pelosi. And so they have to, think about what they have to defend. Democrats have to defend open borders, high crime, no jobs. Larry, did you realize that last month we didn't add full-time jobs in this country? We lost 242,000 full-time jobs in this country. All we're adding now is part-time jobs. People are going to food banks that never went to food banks. They're delaying their retirement, and they're getting part-time jobs. This economy is horrible, and it's going to be one of the biggest reasons why we're going to win in November.
So the case for putting a check and balance on Democratic power is strong, but I was interested, you said 52. Is that a reduction in your earlier estimates, 52 Republican senators?
Oh, no, I think we have 52 now. I think we're clearly going to defend. We're going to defend and keep 50. Ron Johnson's ahead in his poll. Mehmet Oz has come back and is really barely behind. We're defining Fetterman. Ted Budd's ahead in the polls there. Herschel Walker's ahead. Adam Laxalt's ahead. As people get to know Blake Master, he's going to beat Kelly. We just got through the primary in New Hampshire. Hassan is underwater in her fave big. Biden's way underwater. We got a great candidate barely behind in Colorado. Tiffany Smiley barely behind Patty Murray. So we're going to have 52 plus.
52 plus. You know, I ran into Jim Risch downstairs, Senator Risch. He was arguing that, you know what, we could still, I'm sorry, I should not say that, but the GOP could take New Hampshire, even though it was a surprise victory. But Senator Risch.
Great candidate there, Don Bolduc.
And Senator Risch, the reason I say that is, first of all, he's a friend, but second of all, he's a very tough, cynical guy. But he said he could win in New Hampshire, so that caught my ear and my eye.
Oh, gosh, you know, the Republican candidate for governor is barely behind in Connecticut. And
I know.
Leora Levy's working hard.
Leora Levy.
Yeah.
Lots of energy.
Yeah, she was working hard. She's a happy warrior. Those two together, the Republican governor candidate, the Republican senator candidate, Leora Levy and Bob, they're doing a great race together. I think we have a shot there even. I mean, Blumenthal's underwater there. His fave is terrible.
Let me hit the last one. This is almost impossible to believe, but the Bidens have appointed another communist to the controller of the currency this time. So this is like Omarova, too. Omarova, who couldn't make it, was trained at Moscow State University on a Lenin scholarship. Now we learn that they are appointing Dr. Yu Nina Chen. She's going to serve as Chief Climate Risk Officer for the Office of the Controller of the Currency. This is not a confirmation job. But as it turns out, she got her chemical engineering degree from Tsinghua University, which is involved in this is from an article, high-level defense research, involvement in cyber attacks, artificial intelligence, air-to-air missiles, navigation technology, instrument science, and materials science. She's going to be, now, I mean, really? First of all, somebody told me that President Xi actually graduated from this Tsinghua University, if I'm pronouncing it right. We are a country of 350 million some odd people. We have 160 million people working, and we have to appoint a communist to this position in the control of the currency as a bank regulator? I don't get this, Senator Scott. I don't get it.
Where do they find these people? I mean, look, she went to school over there. She studied with these communists. On top of that, she's woke. She wants to basically, completely shut down our business community, which means Americans are going to have fewer jobs. She's all into wokeness and ESG, which is going to just kill American jobs. I mean, where do they find these people?
What can you do? You got to make a stink about it, because it's not a confirmed job. You got to really make, I don't know, a resolution of the Senate, because we all beat Omarova, who deserved to be beaten back. This one might be a little harder, but if you make enough noise, Senator Scott, I'm just thinking.
Absolutely. We've got to continue to call the Democrats out for the horrible people they're putting up in these nominations that are trying to change this country. They push socialism, and we want to take care of the environment, but this wokeness that they want to tell us what coffee to drink, what car to drive, where we can live. I mean, the Democrats want to control our lives completely. This is wrong.
I think I'm just going to wonder out loud whether this Chen woman, who got her degree from Tsinghua University and is attached to the communist, I wonder whether this becomes a campaign issue, at least in certain races. Somebody should think about that, because this is crazy. This is just crazy stuff, sir.
Yeah, I agree. But we're going to win because we're going to fix the economy. We have a plan. I know the House is putting out their plan. Kevin McCarthy is doing a great job. We're all working together to make sure we get a majority in the House and the Senate, and we change the direction of this country and hold the Biden administration accountable, and we'll be the check and balance.
All right, check and balance. I love that. Senator Rick Scott, thank you very much for your time, sir. Good luck.